Topic number 16 is about extrema of functions. Now here they have told you to estimate estimate the extrema and then the behavior, end behavior. So instead of all the details, I'll tell you the easiest method because you will have graphs and four options. Just look at the graph. You need to remember whenever there is something like this, the graph, there is only a maximum value. There is no other point above this graph, isn't it? This is maximum value. But now, here you can see the graph is going up and it's going down, but it's going up forever over here. You can see it tends to go forever. If you draw a line like this, there is other part of graph which goes up. It is not absolute maximum, it's not completely maximum, but you see there is a maximum and it is a maximum point comparatively. There is no other point which is above this like this. There is no something like this, right? So we call it relative maximum. When you see there is up and down like this point will be relative maximum, relative minimum. Whereas if there was a graph only like this, then this would be minimum point. It won't be just relative, it will be just minimum. Whereas here there is up, down, and this side graph goes on, right? So we call it relative maximum, minimum. Now, where is the relative maximum? Maximum is above. This one, minimum is down. How do you find it? The x value is 1, 2, minus 2.5 or something, minus 2.5 or 2.6, and y is at 0. What is the value of relative maximum? At x, it's 2 point minus 2.6. What is the y value? It is somewhere over here. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. So what you do is maximum relative, like this we write REL, sorry, relative maximum is at minus 2.6, 4.5. Now this may not be accurate. I have not done it accurately. Look at your options. Only one will be accurate. Okay. So this is the relative maximum. What is relative minimum? Relative minimum, MIN. Okay, short form. 0. X value is 0. What is Y value? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0, 5. So this is the relative maximum minimum. You can see the final answer. Okay, it's minus 2.8, not 2.6, and it is 4.6. Mine is not accurate because I didn't do it accurately. Look over here. Relative maximum is negative 2.8 and 4.6. What about minimum? It was 0 and I'm so sorry, I've written plus 5. It's minus 5 down. At 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 5. So these are relative maximum and relative minimum. Very simple. Now, what about the end behavior? End behavior means where does the graph goes at the ends? Now, if you're taking left side, x is minus infinity over here, right? It keeps on going. Where does this graph go? It is also going towards minus infinity, forever down. So, as x is going towards minus infinity, y value is also going towards minus infinity. Whereas at the right side, as it goes to positive infinity, you can see y value is also going to positive infinity. So, this is the thing. That is the end behavior, where these ends are going. That's it. That point means it's continuing forever. It just continues. Let's see over here. This is the relative maximum, relative minimum. You will have four options. Just check the approximate answers. 2, 3, somewhere at 3, it is 1.9 or something. Let's see. Relative maximum, it's not 3, it's exactly 2.7. Now you can zoom it and check, you will get the answer accurately. But here I'm just saying approximate answer. 2.7, it's 1.7. Whereas relative minimum is at minus 1 point. This is minus 1, somewhere minus 1.2. The y value is minus 2. And what is happening? As x is going towards minus infinity, the y value is positive infinity, isn't it? So minus infinity, positive infinity. As x is going towards the right side, the positive infinity means the right side, the y value is going down towards minus infinity. That is the answers. Same thing over here, you will have relative maximum minimum at these 2 points and the end behavior. You can check the answer by yourself. Please solve it and then check. X over here is half and 4 y value. Here it is at 1, 2, 3 and minus 3. Yes, that's the answers. It's minus 3 and my x value as it goes to positive infinity, y is positive infinity, and when it's minus infinity, minus infinity. So please do try. Okay, now look over here. Um, okay, the thing is there is relative maximum and minimum itself. Sorry, sorry, relative maximum, yes, because it's there. But look at the minimum points. Is there any other graphs part of graph going downwards? No, so we just call it minimum. Why? Over here we call it relative maximum because this is going upwards, right? There is some part of the graph above it, so it's relative. But look at these. No part of the graph is below this, so we just call it minimum or absolute minimum. Since there are two, we call it minimum. Now over here, x value for maximum is 0 and it's about 2.6 here. Why? What about the minimum? There are two minimum points. When x is negative 4, no, it's negative 4 and little more, it's negative 4.4 and positive 4.2. What is the answer? It is just above 4, that is negative 4.2 y value. See, it's negative 4.2. That is the minimum value. Now, what about the end behavior? As it goes to minus infinity and also plus infinity, it's just above positive infinity only. Y value is going only upside. That is the answers. Relative maximum and minimum points. Now, here there is no, see over here. Is there any relative maximum? No, there is no depth. It's just going forever, right? No, there is no relative maximum. You should tell no relative maximum, but there is minimum point. This is the absolute minimum or minimum. What does it mean? It is no part of the graph goes below it, right? That's why it's minimum. What is the x value? About negative 0.9 over here. And y value is over here. See, the scale is 2. So this means it's 2 and little more than that, negative 2.1. And in behavior, we know negative infinity is positive infinity y value, and again positive x infinity as x tends to positive infinity, y is above, so it's positive infinity. Same way, please do the other problems. This is the last one over here. Again, there is no relative maximum, only minimum point at x is 0 and y is negative 11. See, because the scale is 10, this is little more, minus 11. Look into the four options and check the appropriate value. So you can easily find out the correct option and look at the end behavior. As minus infinity x value, the y value is infinity. Even over here as positive infinity, it's infinity. That's the end of the topic 16, to identify extrema function. Graph will be given. You have to just check whether there is maximum or minimum. Sometimes there may not be relative maximum or relative minimum. You should tell no, there is not there. Otherwise, you'll get the answers. Look at the graph. Where is the dipping point? Dipping is always minimum if it was like this, turning maximum point.